Buckle up. President Trump's trade moves might make you hit the brakes on your next ride. CNN's Maribel Aber joins us now from the NASDAQ market site in New York. Good morning to you, Maribel.
Good morning, Chesley.
All right, sounds like the auto world may be shifting into a whole new gear.
Okay, automakers have already lost nearly $12 billion due to the trade war, Chesley. That's according to the Wall Street Journal, which says it's the biggest financial hit the industry has seen since the pandemic. Now, yesterday, Toyota said higher tariffs had cut its profit by $3 billion. That's the highest of any automaker yet. General Motors and Ford have each reported a financial hit of about $1 billion. With different auto markets having different regulations, some believe the trade war could lead to more autos being built closer to where they'll eventually be sold. When the auto tariffs were announced earlier this year, many assumed car makers would increase prices, but that hasn't happened yet. Automakers are trying to balance efforts to protect their profit margins against the risk of lower sales if they drive customers away with higher prices. So it's a really fine line, Chesley.
Gotcha. All right. Mortgage rates just took a little bit of a vacation, but the drama of home buying isn't over just yet, right?
Okay, well, mortgage rates dropped to the lowest level since April. The average rate on a 30-year fixed loan fell to 6.63% from 6.72% last week, according to Freddie Mac. Even with the drop, though, Chesley, you're right, it's still higher than a year ago when the rate was averaging 6.47%. Now, this marks the third week in a row that rates have come down, but even with the declining rates, the housing market remains in the slump that began more than 3 years ago. And just last year, home sales sank to their lowest level in nearly 30 years, Chesley.
All right. We understand that the White House is opening up some new options for your 401k.
An executive order from President Trump clears the way for cryptocurrency in your 401k account. So eventually, you may also be able to invest in other alternative assets like private equity and real estate. But first, regulations will need to be rewritten to allow the new investment choices. Now, the executive order is a major win for private equity and hedge funds. They've been wanting to tap into the pool of money in 401k accounts. But alternative assets come with new risks for investors. Some can be complex, charge higher fees, be harder to buy and sell. Pension plans are longtime investors in private markets. They use the prospects of the higher returns to help meet their obligations. But Chesley, many employers have replaced pensions with 401ks, and that's just one of the reasons why Wall Street firms have been looking for new sources of growth.
Got it. Got it. All right. This next one is very important to me as my side hustle as a college professor. ChatGPT has unlocked its next level. What's going to be in version 5?
Okay, OpenAI has introduced its most powerful model yet. It's available to anyone, including free users. The company says GPT-5, it's smarter, it's faster, it's a lot more useful than previous versions. OpenAI says the model is particularly strong in domains like writing, coding, and healthcare. CEO Sam Altman said interacting with the new technology feels like talking to a PhD-level expert on any topic. The company said among the improvements with the new model is that it has been trained to recognize when a task can't be finished. It also is trained to avoid speculation and can explain limitations more clearly. All that reduces unsupported claims compared to prior ChatGPT models. OpenAI said GPT-5 is available now at no cost. You know, Chesley, the next-gen chatbot, GPT-5, it's ready to talk, teach, possibly take over your inbox, but not take over your job. Because, you know, Chesley, even though it may be able to talk like a PhD, you still have to be able to teach and translate that for your students. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
All right. I'm going to rest in what you just said because it feels like it's getting closer and closer to becoming me.
No, there can only be one.
Thank you so much, Maribel. I really appreciate it.